So for analyzing series RC circuit, first take RC circuit, series combination, resistor and a capacitor are connected in series and alternating voltage is applied to this circuit. This is V, alternating voltage. It is equal to Vm sin omega t R, and this is C. So let us assume the voltage drop across the resistor is VR and voltage drop across capacitor is VC. Current passing through this circuit is I. So this is the series circuit. Series circuit means the current passing through all the elements must be same. See, while checking whether it is series connection or parallel connection, check the current. If the current is same current is flowing, then those two are in series. So VR is nothing but voltage drop across resistor. If you understand the series RL circuit clearly, you can understand this one easily. Voltage drop across capacitor VC. What is the total impedance of this circuit? We have two elements. Impedance of the first element and impedance of the second element. Let us assume Z1 and Z2. Impedance of the first element. First element is R. What is the impedance for the resistor? R only. Then what is the impedance for capacitor? Impedance for capacitor minus JXC. Good. So then the total impedance of the series RC circuit. Series means you have to add the two impedances. R plus minus JXC. So it is R minus JXC. This is the impedance of this circuit. So we know that V is equal to I into Z formula. V is the total voltage in the circuit, I is the current passing through the circuit, and Z is the total impedance of the circuit. And I into, in place of Z, we can substitute the value R minus JXC. Then it is I into R minus J into IXC. So here IR is nothing but voltage drop across resistor, minus JIXC is nothing but voltage drop across capacitor. The total voltage is the sum of voltage drops in the circuit. VR is nothing but I into R, voltage drop across resistor. VC, voltage drop across capacitor, minus I into JXC. I is the current flowing through the capacitor, minus JXC is the impedance of the capacitor, I into Z. So the total voltage is the vector sum or phasor sum of this VR and VC. Will you draw the phasor diagram? These are all phasors. VR, VC. Try the phasor diagram for this series RC circuit. Which one we have to take reference, voltage or current? Voltage phasor, we have to take it as a reference, or current phasor? Voltage phasor, sure. RL circuit లో ఏం తీసుకున్నాం reference? Voltage phasors, we have three voltages here. Total voltage, VR, VC. So if three voltages are there, we can't take voltage phasor as a reference phasor. But in the series circuit, current is same. So only one current is there in the circuit. So that's why we have to take current phasor as the reference phasor in case of series circuit. But if it is in parallel circuit, then take voltage as reference in case of parallel circuits. Why? Because voltage is same across all the elements in parallel circuit. So that's why take voltage as a reference phasor in case of parallel, and in case of series circuits take current as reference phasor. First, what are the phasors we have? Note it down. We have current in the circuit and total voltage in the circuit, and this total voltage is the phasor sum of VR and VC. So we have four phasors, 1, 2, 3, 4. So in your phasor diagram, all these four phasors we have to represent. So first take current as a reference phasor. This is the current phasor. This one is over. Next, total voltage. To get this total voltage, first you have to draw these two, VR and VC. Then the sum, the vector sum will give you this total voltage. VR means voltage drop across resistor. So take the resistor. This is the voltage drop. So with reference to the current, voltage across the resistor, is it in phase or lagging or leading? With respect to the current passing through the resistor, voltage across this resistor is in phase or lagging? In phase. So draw that VR phasor in phase. This is VR. So VR is over. Next, VC phasor. VC means voltage drop across capacitor. So with respect to the current, voltage, we know with respect to voltage, current is leading or lagging? Current leads voltage, right? In case of capacitor, current leads the voltage. That is when you take voltage as reference. But here current as reference. This you can say it in the opposite way, that is voltage lags current. If current you are taking as a reference, then voltage is lagging with respect to the current. So therefore VC phasor, where I have to draw? Lagging by an angle of 90 degrees. Behind this current phasor or ahead of the current phasor? Behind. Why? Because voltage is lagging with respect to the current. So draw the VC phasor behind the current phasor by an angle of 90 degrees. Now the phasor sum. To get the phasor sum from VR, draw a line parallel to this VC, and from VC draw a phasor parallel to VR. Now those two are meeting at this point, and this is your resultant voltage V. So this is the phasor diagram, that's it. Now the phase angle difference between the voltage and current, this is the total voltage in the circuit and this is the total current in the circuit. The phase angle difference between the voltage and current, assume it as phi. Now let's draw the voltage triangle. Voltage triangle means just take this triangle, only voltages. This is VR voltage and this is VC. This line is parallel to VC, right? So it is VC and this is V. All the sides of the triangle consist of voltages. Then it is called voltage triangle. This VR is nothing but I into R. This VC is nothing but I into XC. Why I am not representing J here? Only I am writing IXC. ఇక్కడ minus I into JXC అని రాశాను కదా, BC is equal. Then why I am not representing that one? Here in this voltage triangle I am representing only I into XC. Why not I am not representing J? Anyone? So మీకు అర్థం కావట్లేదు అయితే ఇక్కడ J ఎందుకు రాయట్లేదు నేను? What is the importance of J? The J operator is used to represent the two quantities are perpendicular with each other. Already we are showing these two are perpendicular. Then no need to write here. While representing mathematically, you have to write J. But while drawing the phasor, no need to represent that J. The J is nothing but 90 degrees. మీరు ఈక్వేషన్లో రాసేటప్పుడు J రాయాలి. In phasor diagram, no need to represent. Clear? So here phi is the phase angle difference. Between voltage and current. Now from the phasor diagram, this voltage or current is lagging or leading with reference to voltage. Take voltage as reference phasor. So with respect to this voltage, current is lagging or leading in this circuit. Leading. Current leads voltage by an angle of, what is the angle? Phi. Good. By an angle of phi. Now let's find out the average power consumed in this circuit. Power and power triangle. What is the average power consumed in this circuit and what is the power triangle we will get? So power is nothing but it is a product of voltage and current. So for this we need the equations. V is equal to, these are alternating quantities, Vm sin omega t. Now what is the current equation? From the above phasor diagram we got current is leading with respect to the voltage. Then what is the equation for the current? Im sin, leading means plus or minus in the equation. Plus, so omega t plus phi. The angle is phi. Leading by an angle of phi means omega t plus phi. Plus sign indicates the current is leading nature. So this is the current equation. Now P is equal to, multiply these two, Vm sin omega t into the same procedure what we did in the case of series RL circuit. Multiply and divide with 2. Again we will get 2 sin A sin B. 2 sin A sin B formula, cos A minus B plus cos A plus B. Is it? What is the formula for 2 sin A sin B? Cos A minus B minus cos A plus B. This is the formula for 2 sin A sin B. Substitute this formula in that. This is the instantaneous power we are finding first. P instantaneous is equal to Vm Im by 2. In place of 2 sin A sin B, I am substituting cos A minus B. Cos A means omega t minus B. B means omega t plus phi. Omega t is A and this whole thing is B. Minus omega t minus phi minus cos A plus B. Omega t plus phi. Then it is Vm Im by 2. Omega t get cancelled. Cos of minus phi. Cos of minus phi is cos phi only. Plus cos phi only. Cos phi minus cos 2 omega t plus phi. Now we need the average power consumed. P average. The average power consumed means average we will do it for only half cycle. If you find the average power for a complete cycle, then it will become 0. Here 2 omega t means it is a complete cycle. So if you calculate the average for this term will become 0. So the only thing is Vm Im by 2 cos phi. So this you can rewrite as Vm by root 2 into Im by root 2 cos phi. Maximum value by root 2 is nothing but RMS value. So Vrms into Irms into cos phi. This is the average power. So P average in case of series RC circuit is Vi cos phi. Here both voltage and current are RMS values. And what is the phi? Phi is nothing but phase angle difference between voltage and current. Units for this is watts. And we require the power triangle also. So in this series RC circuit, voltage equation, total voltage is the sum of VR and VC, right? So I need the power triangle. For that, what I will do, multiply this voltage equation with current on both sides. Are you following? Am I fast? Multiply voltage equation by current. VI plus VR into I plus VC into I. Now from the voltage triangle, what is VR value and what is VC? This is your VR, this is VC, and this is V. From this, cos phi is equal to VR by V. So VR is equal to V into cos phi. In the same way, sin phi. If you write sin phi for this right angle triangle, sin phi is equal to VC by V. Then from this, VC is equal to V sin phi. Substitute these two in the above equation. VI is equal to, in place of VR, substitute V cos phi into I plus, in place of VC, substitute V sin phi into I. So this is VI cos phi. This is VI sin phi. VI is which power? Apparent power or true power or reactive power? VI, the product of voltage and current, is nothing but apparent power. VI cos phi, product of voltage and current multiplied by cosine of the angle between voltage and current, is nothing but a real power or true power. It is denoted with P. And this VI sin phi is a reactive power, Q. So now we got the three sides of the power triangle. Draw the power triangle. This is VI cos phi, that is P, and this is VI sin phi, that is Q, and this is VI. How I am drawing this? Just in place of voltage triangle, multiply this voltage triangle with currents. Then you will get the power triangle. VR into I is nothing but VI cos phi. VC into I is nothing but VI sin phi. V into I is nothing but apparent power. Just in the voltage triangle, multiply all the sides of the voltage triangle with current. Then you will get the power triangle. Is it clear? This is power triangle. Let's do one problem on this series RL and RC circuits. Let me please note down the problem. A 20 ohm resistance and 30 millihenry inductance are connected in series. And the circuit is supplied by a 230 volts 50H AC supply. Find first one reactance across the inductance or across the inductor. Next, impedance. Third one, voltage across resistor. Fourth one, voltage across inductor. This is the question given. These problems are also very important. First, read the question carefully. A 20 ohm resistance and 30 millihenry inductance. That means which circuit it has are connected in series. It is a series RL circuit, right? Resistor and inductor are connected in series means series RL circuit. Draw the circuit, and that is supplied by an AC 230 volts 50H AC supply. Resistance value is given 20 ohm and inductance value is also given 30 millihenry. Milli means what is the value? 10 cube. Is it 10 cube? 10 to the power of minus 3 henries. What we have to find? Find reactance across the inductor. What is the reactance? Inductor has inductive reactance. Capacitor has capacitive reactance. So you have to find out inductive reactance, that is XL, and next you have to find out the impedance. Impedance is nothing but Z. Next, voltage across resistor VR and voltage across inductor VL. These are all you have to find. See, for getting voltage across inductor or voltage across resistor, we require current also. So we have to find out the current also. So this is the given circuit and data. Write down the values of resistance and inductance. Resistance is 20 and inductance L value is 30 into 10 to the power of minus 3 henries. Voltage 230 and frequency 50 Hz F. So first one we have to find out the inductive reactance. What is the formula for inductive reactance? XL is equal to omega L. Please try to revise every day whatever I am teaching in the class. If not, you can't remember anything. XL is equal to omega L. In place of omega, you can substitute 2 pi F. 2 pi FL. Now we have all the values. 2 into pi. Pi you can substitute 3.14. F value is given 50 and L value is also given. You can find out the XL. And second one, you have to find out the impedance Z. What is the total impedance of the series RL circuit? R plus JXL, isn't it? R value is 20 plus J XL value. What is the value you got here? Anybody is doing or not? Use calculators and find the value of XL. You will get 9.42. Yes. J 9.42. This is which form? Rectangular form or polar form? This is in the form of rectangular form. Convert this into polar form. You have to press shift plus. Then it will show you POL braces in your calculator. What is the polar form value? (22.1) at an angle. So this is the impedance. This is in polar form. So next, J value. We are directly converting using the calculator. So after finding this impedance value, we need VR next. Voltage drop across resistor. Voltage drop across resistor means Formula is I into R. I value. What about I? We don't know I value. But resistance value we know it, that is 20 ohms. Now how can you find I? I will find this, sir. Total voltage V by total impedance V by Z. VR we don't know voltage drop across resistor, but V total voltage for the circuit we know it. So total voltage by total impedance. What is the total voltage given? 230 volts. But what is it? Is it in polar form or rectangular form? How can we know that? That is a polar form. 230 at an angle 0 degrees. So this 0 degrees means no need to mention. Directly we can write it as 230 volts. So that's why this voltage is in the polar form 230 at an angle 0 by impedance. Impedance in polar form you have to take. Why? Because we are performing the division. Polar form can be used for division. So 22.1 at an angle 25.22. So 230 by 22.1. First find out that. 10.40 at an angle 0 minus 25.22 degrees. This is what current. But we need the voltage drop across resistor VR. VR is equal to 10.40 at an angle minus 25.22 into resistance value 20 at an angle 0. If the angle is not mentioned, there is 0 degrees. So multiplication. Multiplication also performed on polar forms only. So these two are in the polar form. So we can perform the multiplication. Multiply these two. 10.40 into 20. 200. 208. At an angle minus 25.22 plus 0. So it is minus 25.22. This is the voltage. Next one, we have to find out the voltage drop across inductor, right? Voltage drop across inductor. What's the formula? I into JXL. I value 10.40 at an angle minus 25.22. This is I. And what about J? J value into XL. XL value 9.42. 9.42 at an angle 0. What about this J? J in substitute value. J value is 1 at an angle 90, or J value is under root minus 1. So this is polar form. You have to take this representation. 1 at an angle 90. I, J, XL. Now multiply all this. 10.40 into 9.42. What is the value? 97.9 at an angle 90 minus 25, 65 degrees, 65.2, 64.78. This is the voltage drop across inductor. Suppose for the same problem, if you want to find out the power, true power formula is VI cos phi. Then how can you find out this true power? V means total voltage in the circuit, I is total current in the circuit, cosine of the angle between voltage and current. What is the phase angle difference? How can you find this? Phase angle difference between voltage and current. See this current equation. Current equation we got 10.40 at an angle minus 25.22. Voltage angle is 0. Now the current angle is this. So what is the phase angle difference between the voltage and current now? Are you getting my point? We need cos phi. Phi is nothing but phase angle difference between voltage and current. Voltage phase angle is 0 degrees. Current phase angle we got it is minus 25.22. Now the phase angle difference between voltage and current is 0 minus 25.22. So the difference is minus 25.2. Voltage value 230 at an angle 0 into current 10.40 at an angle minus 25.22. Sorry, no need to write. These are RMS values, right? Voltage and current. So only you have to write R value. In polar form, R at an angle 5. Polar form equation. R means RMS value. So in this equation, these voltage and currents are also RMS values. So don't represent this phase angle. Just represent the RMS value. 230 into 10.40 into cos minus 25.22. Then you will get